keys to increasing impact, impacting society, contributing more, being a better service, and receiving all that comes with that. Welcome in, much love. Trav here, looking at the plane window. This was leaving Puerto Escondido on my way to Mexico City to Washington, D.C., now in Baltimore, staying with my buddy Ben, headed to Virginia in a couple days. Tonight, meeting up with my friend Jamie, old friend, really impressive person. Anyways, enough about that. This video, I want to increase my impact. I want to help you today. I want to help you get to where you're trying to get. I want to help you get there faster. I want to help you be in a situation where your impact is so great, you're helping so many people that you don't really have to worry about what you're getting because you're just taken care of. And that's why it's so important. We've been talking about this, and it's gonna be, if you listen to every single minute of everything, it might be a little bit repetitive because we'll repeat, but repetition is a great way to learn. I really want to drill it into my own head. If you haven't watched every minute, then this is gonna be great as well. And we'll cover some new stuff as well, but why even talk about increasing impact? Well, why is that the goal? Well, it's a great goal because you give more, you get more. You get what you give. It's a great goal because when we look at fulfillment, we look at happiness. Societal contribution is way up near the top of things that are rewarding. So it's a noble goal. By the way, currently I'm at Quarry Lake in Baltimore. I'm gonna walk back to the house. You might hear some traffic. It's a really windy day, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing an audio recording so that I could put my microphone in my jacket to protect it from the wind a little bit. So that's why we're doing that. Excuse the background, quality incoming. Yeah, so if you give more, or rather, you impact more, you're going to be happier and have more enjoyment whether you receive more or not. So it's totally great goal, reasonable goal, and you do receive more. Money is correlated with happiness. Guess what? Money and happiness correlation doesn't really stop once you hit 6 figures. It just, according to the data, you get diminishing returns. So that's why we're talking about it. So, and this is worth repeating as well. It's all about what the other person receives. It's not about what you give, right? If I give you a lot of gasoline and you burn it at 1 gasoline per mile to get to your destination, you don't care how much I gave you. You don't care how much I worked. You don't care how much I sacrificed. I mean, you might acknowledge it, but you don't get more value from it, right? On the other hand, if I give you a little bit of gas, but your vehicle is able to take you across the country on that, it doesn't matter how little I gave. It matters how much you got, right? So that's why it's about impact. It's not about what you give, how much time you spend giving. It's about how much the other person receives. And that's really important. Something that we need to recognize is like, everyone's selfish. I'm selfish, you're selfish. I'm thinking about me. Hi, excuse me. I'm thinking about me. You're thinking about you. And in order for me to better serve myself, I have to better serve you. I have to get inside your head. I have to think, what do you want? What do you need? Forget what I'm giving. What are you receiving? I spent so much time on this video. You don't care. If you get 1 nugget, 2, 3 nuggets of gold from this video, it doesn't matter if I spent a lot of time on this or not, right? So it's all about what you get. Like, it's not about how much you give. Again, it's possible to work so much and grind so hard, but deliver so little that you're paid very little and you don't feel good because you're not changing people's lives. It's also possible to work very little but have a massive impact because of impact multipliers, leverage, which we'll get into. You have a lot of time to play. Your work is very rewarding at this point because you're changing people's lives and you feel great, right? So that's the goal. Maybe you love your work, you want to work all the time, but we still want to multiply. We want more miles per gallon, right? In terms of value, impact per work input. So that's our goal here. Now let's talk about impact. We have scope and scale, or width and depth you can think about. Depth impact is, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna help a few people so much. My impact's gonna be massive on a few people, right? I'm going to help 10 people totally, radically transform their lives. I'm gonna help 10 people. Really accomplish their goals, knock them out of the park. I'm gonna help just a few people save their lives. You know, that's, I guess scale is not the best word, but that's depth. We'll call that depth. Width is, I'm gonna help 1 million people. I'm gonna help 1 million people, maybe just a little bit. I'm gonna help 1 million people feel a little bit better, maybe think a little bit better, move a little bit better. I'm gonna help 1 million people. I'm gonna help 1 million people just a little bit. That's depth. And then, that's width, impact. Depth of impact, width of impact. And then we have depth and width of impact. I'm gonna totally transform 1 million people's lives. I'm gonna make such a big fucking impact that it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be massive, right? So you can pick and choose or try to do both. Both's probably a good bet. And if you have a lot of leverage multipliers, it's possible. You know, you have something, some organization, or use the internet to serve a ton of people very well, right? Okay, wait, question, Trev. What is the best field career job to have the most impact? Good question. It can be anything. So you don't need to think like, I need to be a YouTuber. No, not necessarily. Internet's a tool, and we'll talk about that. And YouTube is not really a job for most people, most YouTubers, the way you think it is. It's a tool for the greater thing. What should you do? Well, again, you have a lot of options. It can be, as I've mentioned, Terrence Norman, or Officer T. Norman, Officer Norman 23, T. Norman 23 on Instagram. He's a police officer that drives around and Instagrams kids and hangs out with people in the community. And he's super famous because he's so good at what he does. And he's a police officer. And then you can be, that's just one example, like it can be anything, right? You can really, really change people's lives just by being a cashier. You're the 7-Eleven cashier. They come in every morning and you're so fucking warm and you're so bright and you're so friendly that it changes their life. They come back. People come in because they hear about you. Yo, this is the world's best. This is the world's best cashier. This is the world's best Lyft driver. This is the world's, right? I'm not a YouTuber. I don't get paid from this, but it's part of my tool. It's part of my impact multiplier, you know? My career, my field right now, I'm a professional Magic the Gathering player. Like, kind of, it's hard to even describe what I do, but you wouldn't think that that would be this, and then I could have a massive impact. But I can, because it's totally arbitrary what field you choose, what career you choose, what canvas you choose. It can be anything. So that should be very encouraging. What you have to do, though, regardless of what it is, you want to increase your impact, is you have to use leverage. You have to have multipliers on your output. Otherwise, you spend a lot of time doing very little. So leverage, for instance, like if you don't know what it means, leverage is like a teeter-totter. If you weigh 1,000 pounds, I'm not going to be able to lift you. But if you weigh 1,000 pounds, I put you on the other side of a teeter-totter, and I have this lever. I can actually lift you by just stepping on this lever. That's leverage. So the lever, a great example that I like to talk about is the internet. Before the internet, a great lever is like having employees, having a business, having a team, having an organization, and that's still true, because these people, your team is the extension of you, right? And having an extension of you, having an extension of you is a way to multiply your output, multiply your delivery, multiply your impact. The internet's also great for this because it's a way to build a robot team, is the way I like to think about it. You're watching this video right now, and I'm somewhere else in the world now. I'm doing something else. Maybe I'm sleeping, maybe I'm eating, maybe I'm playing, maybe I'm working out, who knows? But what I do know is this video is enduring. This video gives me leverage. This video is a output multiplier that is just sitting off in cyberspace. And before the internet, this could be a book, I suppose. It could be a recording that it was a lot harder before because you have to distribute this stuff, or it could be a team. It could be, team that's out canvassing the streets. Yo, listen to this. This will change your life. I don't know. But we have the internet now, so I'm going to use it because it's one of the best impact multipliers in history. And leverage, maybe I just tag this and I wait for it to grow. Maybe I run some Facebook ads, dump a ton of money into ads. Maybe whatever. It's a way. The thing about the internet is it's definitely the best width multiplier of all time. It's not necessarily going to increase my depth in terms of, well, you understand width and depth now. But the internet's a way for me to, this channel is not super big. My other channel, YouTube and Twitch, I've got about 5 million views now, and that's crazy to think about. How could I even do that in person? I would have to be filling out stadiums. It's just not possible. And then there's guys who have billions of views. It's not like that much also when you look at it. So it's a great width multiplier, the internet. Having a team is a great width multiplier. Whatever you're doing, like Instagram it. Whatever you're doing, Snapchat it. Whatever you're doing, Facebook live stream it. It's such a good, hashtag it. Whatever you're doing, you want to multiply it. Use social media, take advantage of that. That's the width multiplier. It's a bit more complicated. Put up videos, build structures, I like to say. I like to call them structures. A video is a structure, it's a robot, it's a system. We can get more. Let's talk, so that's width. Let's talk about depth a little bit more. So the easiest way to improve depth is just to do a better job. Be more passionate. Try to give more and try to deliver more. A best way to increase depth is just to be better at what you do, right? Is be more impressive, have a better understanding of what you do, right? Because that leads people deeper and gets people better results, gets people better impact. So whatever you're doing, aspire to be the best, try to be the best. I'm gonna be the best at what I do. no one's going to be as good as me. I'll be the best that I can be, right? And then also, you can build depth structures. A depth structure is like, and you won't see it as much on this YouTube because I don't have like a delivery funnel. I don't really have a product I'm selling here. Not yet, later on as this builds, but you see on Magic, I've got funnels, internet funnels. That's a depth multiplier. So like my Magic channel, over 10,000 subs, and you know, most people will just watch a video here and there. Some people will watch all the videos and they're like, yo, I want more. Well, okay, I'm gonna give you more because I built this system, this structure of videos, this internet structure. You can go through and sign up for this course, free course. Take the free course, and then half of those people are like, that was great, and I want even more, because I know that you do more. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for it now. And I'm happy to pay because I've got all this for free now, and I know that this is gonna be great, so I'll pay through PayPal. And they go deeper and deeper into the funnel, and meanwhile, there's not a lot of people doing this, but the few people who are going so deep, they're getting so much more out of it, and they're happily paying, they're getting a lot more value, is that's depth, is having scaled tiered offerings of what you do. So like, and that doesn't need to be internet, it's just like, do you want more? Do you want more? Do you want one-on-one call, be a coach? Do you want a coach? Do you want help? That's possible. If you want more, you can apply for that. Maybe we'll make it happen, but it's possible. Do you want more, right? Do you want more? What more do you want? How can I give you more? Do you want more time? Do you want better results? Do you want a course? Do you want a guide? Do you want a certification? What do you want? Do you want more? It's possible to give more. So if you're totally standardized in what you do, then you're not going to be able to do it. Like, key to having a depth, increasing your depth, multiplying your depth, is offering more when people want more. And a great example of this, for those of you who are familiar with Magic the Gathering, is Magic the Gathering. Like, most games, you spend 20 bucks and you have the game. Magic is like, do you want more? You can spend more. Oh, you want more? You can go to this tournament. You can spend all this money, but you're gonna get way more experience from it. And, you know, spend $1,000 on this tournament weekend. But that's what I wanted, you know. I'm happy to spend that money because that was so much fun, and I met so many people, and I learned so much, and I played with these cards, and they're awesome, you know. I spent more. You want to spend even more? You can get these cards from Japan and foil, like holographic, you know, that they'll connect you with another culture. You learn the language a little bit. You want more? Great, pay more, we'll give you more. And that's something the game is great at doing, is going in deep, going in depth. So I need to do a better job of this. Do you want more depth right now, right? Well, I have an ebook. There's not even an email sign up. There's a link to that. Will help. It's something I wrote in Seattle when I was going, you know, on my rise, going through a hard time. And it's a book on mindsets, thought patterns. Do you want, I've got a course on time management, that's free, and you don't even need an email sign up for that either. Perhaps my own mistake because I'm not, later on I'll that's something I need to do, is like get the email list back up and running, but plenty of ways I'm putting this into practice. Increase my impact by increasing my depth, increasing my width, throwing impact multipliers on everything, building internet structures everywhere, building real-life team organization structures everywhere. We'll talk about organization more later. I've got some Facebook groups that are getting really big, and I want to talk about how to use these. Some in-person groups. And ultimately, I'm getting rewarded a lot more, and it's letting me continue to do this, spread my mission, And this is how the shit goes big. It goes big. Like, Simply Mission is, how do I give more with whatever it is that I'm doing? Would I, pick being a pro Magic player? That's kind of a selfish profession. What does that even mean, right? What are you even delivering? Well, this, right? So it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what your job is. It doesn't matter what your field is. It doesn't matter if it's offline or online. Online is always a great way to multiply anything you're doing offline, and you should be doing that, but the main key is just do a better job, right? Be friendlier, be more powerful, have a deeper understanding of your craft so that you can offer more and be more helpful. And again, forget how many hours you're working. It's totally irrelevant. Stop being selfish. Think about what the other person is getting, receiving from you. And if it's not as much as you like, then think about how you can increase your depth, increase your width, your impact, get the other person, your delivery, your clients further with less gas, so that you can play more and spend more time doing the things that you want to do. I don't know whether that's work or not work, that's up to you. Sure, why not? So, hope you found that useful. If you want resources, check out the links below. Share this, help me spread my width and depth. If it's useful, put it into practice right away. And I got a lot more coming. Let me know what you like about it. If you made it all the way to the end, sorry the audio quality is not the best, but really, really windy day, traffic. Just went for a walk here and wanted to share some no matter what. So hope you found that helpful. Much love, and I'll see you in the comments. I'll see you deeper down the rabbit hole. Peace out and love.